What's going on, you bunch of heathens? Today we are checking out the coolest facts about the coolest fighter jets by ThatSpaceyGuy. I may have seen another reactor do this a while ago. I didn't actually watch the video, but the actual name itself seems familiar. And I like jets, so I wanted to check it out. So let's jump straight in.
War sucks. That's an understatement. Most of the time, it doesn't do anybody any good, and it's very, very horrible. Now, with that being said, fighter jets are very cool. One might even say the coolest vehicles ever. What about race cars? Nobody asked you, Jonathan. God.
Race cars are cool, but the military shit just hits different. Yeah, fighter jets are hella cool. Helicopters are hella cool. Military helicopters are usually, especially, pretty fucking cool. Tanks, pretty fucking cool. MRAPs, pretty fucking cool.
So there's a lot when it comes to fighter jets. So I'm just going to focus on the most popular American ones. So let's start with the ever so classic Mr. Top Gun itself, the F-14 Tomcat. And I know what you're thinking. Isn't that the one with the variable sweep wings? And yes, it is the one with the variable sweep wings. And these wings are good for two things. One, to save space on a carrier. Two, this means slow and maneuverable. This means fast, maybe even more fast than... Yup, you guessed it, faster than sound. This baby is capable of Mach 2.3. And that's not all. It also had a pretty good radar for the time, the AWG-9, which was able to guide multiple air-to-air missiles at the same time and detect enemies at long range.
Cool. I actually didn't know that it could guide multiple missiles at the same time. That's cool.
That the F-14 has been out of service since 2006, and the only country that still uses it is Iran. So as you might guess, based on the title, I've kind of been getting into fighter jets, and this also means I've been getting into the aviation community, and everybody there seems to agree on one thing. Pickles are good. The F-15 is the most badass plane ever. So I'm going to just tell you why it's badass. So this thing has enough thrust to break the sound barrier vertically, and due to its thrust-to-weight ratio of 1.1, bitch doesn't even need wings to fly. It's basically a rocket, and I'm not just saying this. An F-15 once lost a wing mid-flight, proceeded to...
Hey, I remember... I did the Fat Electrician video that he did on this. Yep, I do remember that.
16 kilometers and landed safely. Also, it has a KD of 104-0, which means it's never been shot down. It's the
1 and 4 and 0. Look
out
out below.
To space and shot down a satellite, and it's the only jet that has
really cool shit. That's pretty.
With a bomb.
Yep.
Not a missile. F-18, the other Top Gun.
Goat.
The F-18 is the go-to carrier fighter because it has foldable wings to save space, and since carrier landings can be a bit rough, it has a strong airframe and a landing gear. Furthermore, the other two jets I mentioned, it has what one would call multi-role capability, which means it can just do a bunch of stuff, like air superiority, which basically just means it can be superior to anything else in the sky, ground attacks, reconnaissance, and electronic warfare. And finally, this plane can carry a lot of weapons. Now, I'm sure you might know the next one for being very good at killing balloons. The F-22 Raptor. So the F-22 is an air superiority fighter.
Also really fucking cool.
Except for that, the F-22 is still superior to literally anything. Cause number one, stealth. So the combination of radar absorbing materials, an internal weapons bay, and a carefully designed shape caused this thing to have a radar cross section of a bee.
I knew that as well.
Is that the Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor?
It wasn't a bee. Cause number two, maneuverability.
I love the idea of some dudes fucking looking at the radar, it go by. One day, I love that idea of where he's like, was that the F-22? That wasn't a bee? I love that idea.
So the
F-22 Mach 2 Bumblebee
can seriously move, not only thanks to its aerodynamic design, but also due to thrust vectoring.
So fucking cool.
And that's not the only thing these engines can do. The F-22 can which means it can travel at supersonic speeds without afterburner. And there's a bunch of other stuff
I actually didn't know that.
F-22 and all the other planes I mentioned very good at destroying stuff, I guess. But I really don't feel like researching anymore, so if you want to learn more, I suggest you go watch somebody else's video. But if you did enjoy this one,
yeah, just super surface level shit. I like that.
I prefer subscribing though, because that number makes me happier for some reason. And then leave a comment. I do read those. And
I understand
sorry for not
that.
posting for so long. I do have to still focus on school and stuff, but I'll try to do better next time. So
you know what?
Like, subscribe.
I'll do both.
And I'll see you in the next one.
Well, I'm not gonna comment. I very rarely comment, but hey, I know this wallpaper. No, I like it. You know what? Let's check out the second one as well,
Fighter
because
jets
it's short.
continue to be extremely cool. So cool even that Jonathan got convinced to think they're cooler than race cars. No, I wasn't. You forgot the best one, the F-16. The F-16 is the most badass. My favorite is the F-16. Grumble, grumble, grumble. What about me? F-16. Ah,
I stand by my goat.
You must be devoting an entire video to the greatest fighter of all time, the F-16. The F-16...
I mean, stat-wise, it isn't. Stat-wise, it's still the F-15. On paper-wise, it's the F-22. Like, theoretically, F-22, stat-wise, F-15. Don't get me wrong, I love the F-16,
fighting
but
Falcon. So this jet
not
was
the
made
best,
to
unfortunately.
move it. And with that, I mean it was built to be good at dogfighting. And they did it by taking a rocket, giving it wings, giving it Jonathan, and giving it a bubble canopy, which is like a normal canopy, just without this.
Yeah, that is one really
also,
fucking
they made
cool
it
thing about the
aerodynamically
F-16.
unstable. So let me explain what that means in a short, probably slightly wrong way. So you see this? This is a normal stable plane with all the acting forces while it flies. So you've got the uplift, you've got the gravity, and you've got what one would call trim drag. So this trim drag keeps the plane stable, but it makes range, endurance, and maneuvering less efficient. So in making the F-16, General Dynamics thought that trim drag is for pussies. So instead, to keep the plane stable, they have a flight control system, which makes a bunch of adjustments to make sure the plane doesn't do this. This is not good. Also,
That's
the F-16 was the first jet to purposefully have the center of lift ahead of the center of gravity, which made it even more unstable, like Jonathan, but more maneuverable. So all of this and a thrust-to-weight ratio of 1.1 make the F-16 very able to move it.
That's really cool. I didn't know that.
So the F-35 is a very advanced plane, and its advancedness comes in 3 variants, named after Jonathan's favorite letters of the alphabet, A, B, and C. Now, all of these look the same, so what's the difference? Okay, let's be a little funky. Let's start with the F-35C. So this one is the carrier version, so it has all the typical stealth stuff that other ones do. So an internal weapons bay, a stealthy shape, radar absorber materials, and whatnot.
No,
but in contrast to the other 2 versions, it has a chunky bunky landing gear, more fuel capacity, and a wider wingspan. And you can fold them.
I'm pretty sure it also doesn't have a gun as well. I don't think so anyway.
So the F-35B is the vertical short takeoff and landing variant.
The VTOL, yeah.
Which means it can take off on a very short runway, and it can do this.
Of which, I thought the whole point of the VTOL was it was supposed to be for carriers as well. So that they could take off of carriers easier. Or was that scrapped? I don't remember. I could have... I don't know. I thought that's what they were for, but I guess not.
Weird. Also,
cool.
because of
I think
these features,
cool.
it can't carry a lot of fuel, and like Jonathan, it can only take 7 Gs. Quite pathetic.
Oh, okay, I get it. That's why the Navy needed more fuel distance. Okay, that makes more sense.
Furthermore, the F-35B's lift fan makes it a very chunky boy. Now the A variant is the normal one of the bunch, which means it doesn't fold, it doesn't hover, but it does have gun. And I can't say the same for the 2 of you. Also, it can take more Gs and it is more maneuverable. And do keep in mind it can still do all the other crazy advanced stuff the other ones can too. Like looking through the plane with a crazy advanced helmet. Okay,
that is really fun. That actually is really cool. That is actually really cool, especially considering I think there's more than one plane that does it, but the F-35 helmet, I'm pretty sure, is made specifically for the pilot. And I think after the pilot gets out, it no longer, the helmet's retired. I'm pretty sure.
To shine. But first, we need to choose. Who am I kidding? I want to do the Eurofighter Typhoon. So the Typhoon was made in a collaboration between the UK, Germany, Italy, and Spain. Spanish Inquisition? No, Jonathan, no Spanish Inquisition. Now this jet is a bit different than the others in its design. It's got canards, which are these, and they're used for pitch control and stability. And it's got delta wings, which basically means it has triangle wings. Because this is how a delta looks. Yup. Furthermore,
I actually didn't know that's why they were called that.
Stealth jet, it was built with some stealthy features. So it was constructed with advanced composite materials, and only about 15% of its surface is metal, causing it to have a relatively low radar profile. Besides this, the Eurofighter has some pretty good sensor capability itself. The Pirate infrared search and track system can track and target multiple heat signatures of opposing aircraft, and because it tracks heat signatures, it doesn't emit any detectable energy of its own. So I actually wanted to talk about a few other planes, but the video is already long enough, so I might make a part 3 in the future. But I hope you enjoyed this one, and do keep in mind, war is bad, but planes are rad.
Oh, he did make a third one.
And subscribe, and like.
I'll have to put that on my list.
Leave a comment. I really do read a lot of the comments. So yeah, thank you again for your attention. Don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, I also wanted to say, it might take a little bit longer until I can post the next video, because I will be away for a while. But when it does get uploaded, make sure to be there, because it will be very cool.
Yeah, no problem.
Like the other videos I post. But it'll,
no problem,
those
dude.
are cool, so make sure to be there. See you then.
Yep, see you then. I really like you. I'll have to do follow up on the third one in another video. That was super cool. I like this. And there's some stuff on there that I didn't know about. That was pretty fucking fun. Make sure you like and subscribe. Check him out. Links will be down below. Yeah, like and subscribe. And until next time, take care of yourselves. See ya.